my smelly shoe, and I am going to give this to Larry. Now, I want to tell you guys, my smelly shoe is not actually what I consider smelly, and I'm going to tell you why, because I like to put a little powder in there, making sure that that shoe does not actually smell. Now, if there was a time in my life that I wore sandals and I was ready to throw them in the trash, because yes, they got to a point where they were smelly. So Larry says that he is going to help us take care of our smelly shoe problem in a matter of, what, 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
And it's super simple. And I have kept the other shoes so I can tell a difference.
Well, all you need is you need a bag.
We have that.
This is a 13-gallon trash bag, and we're going to put the shoe in there.
Okay.
And so that the open end is up, and we're going to set the air purifier on the bag, and take the bag and bring it up, and we're going to set something on top of that so it'll hold the bag there.
Okay.
And then we're going to run the machine for about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, this is a good example of getting rid of odors, because we had in Casey, South Carolina, we had Brooklyn Casey High School athletic director Brad Coleman about 10 years ago. He was a football coach and athletic director for Brooklyn Casey High School.
Mm-hmm.
He had a problem with the clothing and socks in the athletic department, the locker room. We put a machine in there. He brought all the dirty socks over there. We left the machine in there for 3 days. It totally eliminated the odors, but Brad Coleman also said, Larry, my wife has allergies. Can I take one of these machines home and let her try it for 3 days? I said, sure. So I went out to my truck and got another one and gave it to him. So he not only had one in the locker room, but he took one to his house. In 3 days, when I went back in the morning on the third day, he brought me the money for the machine at his home, and he also paid with a check from the Brooklyn Casey High School for the one to go in the locker room.
Nice.
Completely eliminated the odors. Also, Ben Lippin High School at Columbia International University, they bought these machines for the girls and boys locker rooms because it totally eliminated the odors. One of the art teachers at Ben Lippin bought this air purifier for his classroom because he had allergies, and having art, he had a lot of different things in the art class that are allergy triggering irritants that become airborne, get into your nasal membranes and cause problems. So he tried it for 3 days, wouldn't let me have it back.
I just want to say something. I had a person jump in after I think we stuck the shoe in the bag. So there's an air purifier right here, and this up here is just something to hold the bag down. But the air purifier is just a box. We took a trash bag. We stuck my personal smelly shoe in the bag, which I personally don't think is that smelly. And what we did is we are trying to see if I can tell a difference between the shoe that I'm wearing right now and the shoe that is actually in the bag. And what Larry is telling me is that sometimes, I'm just going to go ahead on the embarrassing trail here, but ladies, you know I think what I'm talking about, I hope. We get those sandals that we just love to wear a lot, and then there comes a point when we say, oh, there's a smell, I'm just going to throw those away and buy a new pair. But Larry's actually telling me that we have a solution under, what, 3 to 5 minutes it takes, and there's no smell anymore. So that is pretty amazing, Larry. And then you wanted to talk about the athletic shoes, because right now with school being back, moms are dealing with that.
Well, any children, elementary, middle school, or high school, or junior high, if they have sneakers and they run and they play and they get perspiration in their socks and their sneakers, it'll create a smelly sock syndrome, or perspiration that creates an odor. And so you can take their socks and their shoes and put them in a bag or put them in a closet. Put this in the closet, shut the closet door for about 30 minutes, and they'll smell like they've been on the clothesline. Completely remove the odors.
It's amazing. And it is true for, if you did not see the pillow challenge, I personally know what that pillow smelled like, which didn't smell bad in my opinion, actually. And you don't think that your pillows smell bad either. But I went ahead and took the pillow challenge, and I can't believe that there's a different smell. And now I get to smell my shoe. There's no smell, guys, at all. Now I will say that I have been wearing this shoe for all day long, and there, you know, of course, I've been wearing my shoe. There was a slight smell, and this shoe has absolutely no smell after something between 3 to 5 minutes.